Moving on, question number 5 comes in from Melissa. So Melissa asks, in the current market, is it better to sell or rent out your property? We have a 4-bedroom detached house that our local estate agents thinks will easily sell for 295,000, but we think it's worth more. Should we hold it for the longer term as we don't need to sell, or shall we take the hit now and cash in? Okay, well, great question, Melissa. Thank you for that. Right, here's how I'm going to approach this question, Melissa, because I think this question needs to be driven by your strategy rather than any kind of timing of the market, if you know what I mean. So first question I need to ask you, Melissa, is what is it that you're trying to achieve as a result of this exercise, okay? And that may easily allow you to understand the answer to your own question. But the second thing I will ask you is what would be the other investment vehicle you would look to put your cash into, assuming you sold? Okay. Now, here's the way I would look at things. You know, if you're in a good position, you're sitting on cash savings and you don't need to sell this property, okay, which I think you said you don't need to, then you can afford to sit on that property and ride out any dips in property value. And over the course of the next, shall we say, 15 to 20 years, the value should recover more than adequately, and you'll enjoy the rental income over that period of time, as well as an increase in capital value. Okay, that's worth thinking about. The flip side is, you know, if you need the cash, i.e., an emergency pops up. If you're not sitting on a cash-rich position, an emergency pops up, and then you decide that you need to sell in order to recover some cash to deal with that emergency. And emergencies always seem to happen whenever we don't want them, right? But if you then need that cash, then you're putting yourself in a position where you could potentially lose out because you're having to sell the property. Does that make sense? So my view would be to look at, you know, what's your current circumstance and situation. If you're sitting pretty, you don't need to sell, it's probably worth hanging on to and letting any kind of fluctuations in the market ride themselves out and enjoy that rental income over that period of time. The flip side is, if you do need the cash, or you think you might need the cash, it's probably best to sell now. And, you know, if it was me, what I'd be doing in your situation would be banking the cash and then looking at what other opportunities this next sort of 12, 24, 36 months is going to bring, because I do think there's going to be some great opportunities. There will be people who are unfortunately forced to sell for whatever reason. That's just the way it is. And you may find that you can buy yourself a much better property, or actually more than one property over the course of the next few years, because you've been able to buy right and buy well. Okay, so that would be my take on it, Melissa. Look at what you're trying to achieve, and then look at what other investment vehicles you're looking to put the cash into, because obviously each investment vehicle has a certain amount of risk attached to it. If you're going to take the money and just dump it into the stock market, I'd be very hesitant. If you're going to take all the money and dump it into crypto, I'd be very hesitant. Unless, of course, you know what you're doing, which, of course, then obviously feel free to have free reign to do whatever you want to with it. But if it was me, I'd probably be liquidating as a guy that I quite look up to, actually, a gentleman called Alex Hormozy said recently. If you go back a couple of years when crypto really started to take off, there was a lot of people on social media going, you know, cash is trash, you should be into crypto, right? And then as the crypto market started to crash, Hormozy said, cash is trash until it's not. And I think we have to, you know, look at that quite seriously, that, you know, having cash and firepower gives you opportunity in a marketplace when people need to sell. Okay, so that's just one of the ways I would look at that, Melissa. I hope that's been of some help for you. And if there's anything else we can do, of course, then please feel free to let me know. All right, have a wonderful Christmas. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is why I have been so excited and so on edge and so tripping over my tongue during the course of today's webinar. So I hope you'll forgive me, but I hope what I'm about to tell you will more than make up for my folks' pazzes throughout the course of this webinar. And yes, I do get the irony of what I've just said. All right, so it's Christmas, or it's coming up towards Christmas. And what I've decided to do as a pledge to show our sincerity to the people who are involved in the UK property market, and also with the cost of living crisis and the shall we say, a shrinking pool of business that may be available for agents, conveyancers, removal companies, surveyors, all the rest of it over the course of the next 12, 18 months. I'm going to put my neck on the line, and I'm going to do a £50,000 giveaway in the form of our 12-week roadmap, which we're going to be offering 10 spaces for any business owner in the UK who has either got an estate agency, a letting agency, whether they're a conveyancer, whether they are a removals company, whether they're a surveyor, a sparky, plumber, or anybody else that's connected with the home moving process in the UK. If you would like to win one of those 10 spaces that we're making available, this is a £5,000 training course, by the way, that we will be delivering to you for free. Okay, it will be in a one-on-one capacity, and I'll be taking you by the hand over the course of the next 3 months. So starting in January, we'll be running for 3 months. We'll be building an incredibly solid foundation in your business, and we'll be creating an incredible customer nurturing journey for your clients to help you win more business and to win that business at much, much higher fees. So if there's, as I say, problems that you've got in your existing business, you're worried about the future, you're not quite sure which way to go, I'm more than happy to dedicate the next 3 months to mentoring you and holding your hand through that entire process. And I'll do what I can to help you out. As I say, I'm offering you 10 spaces for business owners up and down the country. That is valued at £5,000 each. And as I say, it's part of our 12-week roadmap. So I only want you to reserve a space or send in shall we say, an email to us to try and reserve a space or win a space, shall we say, if you're prepared to commit to that 12-week process. I have done these sorts of things before with people where I've offered them help and advice, and they've all been very enthusiastic at week 1, but by week 4 they've gone off to do other things. So I only want people who are going to be committed to the process, to the cause, because it's not fair if you're taking one of those available spaces and then you're not committed to the process when that space could have been made available to somebody else. So it is an incredible giveaway. As I say, I'm prepared to put our money where our mouth is as far as WiggyWam is concerned, to support you guys and girls out there in what is going to become an increasingly tough market. You will get personally mentored by me over the course of the next 12 weeks. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a huge involvement of my time, but I am more than prepared to do it because I see the value in what we offer and what we provide to the marketplace, and I know we can help you with your business. So if this is something that sounds of interest, in order to get involved, all you need to do is send us an email to happytohelp@wiggywam.co.uk. That's happytohelp@wiggywam.co.uk. Use the subject line and put Christmas giveaway. Okay, that's Christmas giveaway in the subject line, and then just send me an email with your contact details. Everybody will go into a hat, okay, for the opportunity to win a space on this incredibly invaluable training, okay, and then we'll do that draw live on Christmas Day, and I'll let everybody know in due course who's been specially selected for it. So we're doing our bit. I hope that helps you guys. We're doing what we can, and I do believe that we will be able to show you how to add at least 20% additional revenue to your business over the course of the next 90 days. So if that sounds of interest, if that's how you want to start the new year with a bang, we are going to show you how to make hopefully a lot more money than that over the course of the next 12, 18 months, but let's start somewhere, eh? All right, so as I say, send me an email, happytohelp@wiggywam.co.uk, and include the subject line there as Christmas giveaway. I'll throw your names into a hat, and then we'll find out who are going to be our 10 lucky winners in our £50,000 Christmas giveaway. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much indeed for your time. Hope that's got you all excited and you're putting a bright smile on, ready for the run up to Christmas. Wishing you all the very, very best. Thank you for tuning in once again. Thank you for being part of our amazing journey at WiggyWam. And yeah, whatever we can do to help, if there's any questions, concerns, whatever you, feedback, please send it through to us. Our email address, happytohelp@wiggywam.co.uk. That's happytohelp@wiggywam.co.uk. You can also go to our website, which is wiggywam.co.uk. And you can access all sorts of resources on there, which are far too numerous to mention at this moment in time. But you can also get in touch with us on Twitter, which our Twitter handle is @WiggyWam_UK. That's @WiggyWam_UK. And that's any questions, comments, feedback, suggestions, anything else that you want us to feed through to us, please do so. And as I say, if you want to take part in our Christmas giveaway, send us an email, happytohelp@wiggywam.co.uk, and in the subject line, just put Christmas giveaway and include your name and contact details on there. All right. Fantastic. Well, thank you for tuning in for week 15, ladies and gentlemen. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Wishing you all the very best of luck for Christmas, and look forward to catching up with you very soon. You take care. Bye-bye.